Breaking news, Apple earnings just crossing first quarter earnings per share of $3.28. That is higher than what analysts were looking for. They had anticipated $3.22. And of course, this is an increase from $3.06 the year before. In terms of the big number everyone was waiting for, Apple sold 74.78 million iPhones in the first quarter, less than what analysts were looking for. They had anticipated 75 million. So this is a miss when it comes to the number of iPhones sold. In terms of the second quarter revenue, the outlook for this quarter, Apple is looking for revenue of $50 to $53 billion. The consensus estimate is $55.5 billion. But what's worth keeping in mind here is that not only have analysts been bringing down their estimates for this current quarter, as they've been cutting their estimates for last quarter and the full year, Apple is notorious for lowballing estimates for both revenue and profit. So Apple being very conservative in its guidance. In terms of gross margin for the first quarter, fiscal first quarter, gross margin was 40.1%, so that is higher than what analysts were looking for. They had anticipated 39.9%, and in fact, Apple was looking for anywhere between 39 to 40%, so pretty much at the high end of what it had anticipated. But when we look at what kind of outlook it anticipates, it is forecasting its first sales drop since 2003 on this iPhone slowdown. Again, evidence that the market for smartphones, Alex and Joe, is becoming saturated, not just here in the U.S., but it's certainly slowing in China as well.
And yet the blink instant market reaction to these numbers, despite seeming subdued, particularly on those iPhone sales, up about 2.9%, bouncing around a lot after market. We'll see how the market ultimately digests.
One more number to point out here, $690.50 is the average selling price of the iPhone in the fiscal first quarter, when analysts were looking for about $674. So there's a lot of question here about the product mix for the iPhone for Apple last quarter. It does look like the average selling price is higher. So Apple not having to reduce its price as much to continue to maintain or grow its market share.